to my channel. Welcome to a video all about my first trimester. So I have two videos before this that are kind of like in this pregnancy series. The one is me announcing my pregnancy, the other is a vlog. If you like vlogs, definitely go check that out. The first video kind of gives you like a little overview of just me announcing how I'm feeling at that time. And this is going to be more of a deeper dive into my first trimester. So a little disclaimer, this video is intended for women. My main audience is women. I don't overshare too much. Like, I definitely keep things more private, I feel like, than a lot of people here on YouTube. Like, you're not gonna see me sticking my pregnancy test in pee like a lot of people do, and nothing that's wrong with that. I watched so many of those videos when I was trying to conceive because, you know, you want to peek into that and what that's like, and you want to see what you're going to be maybe faced with, and that's all great. But those moments are private for me and my husband. I can explain how he found out and everything like that, but yeah, I definitely keep some things private, but still just putting it out there, this is intended for women. I really wanted to make sure that I was really ready before even trying for baby number 2. We have my daughter who is turning 2 in September. It's currently July. So she's going to be like 2.5-ish when this baby is born. I'm due in January. So I was like, I don't want to try until like I know for sure that I feel ready. And there's a lot that goes into that. It's not just like, do you feel ready? Like, can you handle it? It's also like about, have I had enough time myself, like self-care wise? Have I had enough time to start this whole process over again? Because if you know, like when you're pregnant, you're not yourself, your body is not yours. Honestly, the beginning stages of having a newborn, like I remember saying it takes 9 months to grow a baby in my belly, and it took a whole 9 months to start to feel like myself again after having a baby. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I loved being pregnant my first time. I absolutely loved it. But I wanted to feel ready. So I did end up feeling a bit ready, and I was like, okay, let's do this. I think it's time. The age gap would be good. I wanted them closer, but I didn't want like a 2 under 2 situation. I just wanted them close enough. And so, yeah, we tried. I don't want to upset anyone who is having a hard time conceiving because my heart goes out to you. So, I do want to say this with sensitivity, but it did happen really quickly. And I did not expect that because with my first, it took us like 6 months or so. I think that's because I was just getting off of birth control, and probably my body had like a lot of adjustments to do, right? And so this happened really quickly, quicker than I thought it would. I'm a teacher, and so we were like, oh, like if we try now, take a little bit, and then, perfect, like we'll line it up for summer. And that's not the case. But you can't plan these things. Like, you can try to plan these things, and some people do, and they're pretty successful, and good for them. But yeah, it didn't work out that way. So I will be having maternity leave in January, February, March, something like that, which totally kind of stinks because it is unpaid, which is why we wanted to line it up with summer, but that's life. You roll with it. So how I found out. Okay, so like, as I said, we were trying, and there was 1 month where my period was totally off. I thought I was pregnant. It was like well past a month. I forget how many days. It was really, really, really late, but I kept getting negative tests. And I made an appointment and everything to go to the doctor because I was like, I don't know what's going on. I keep getting these negative tests, but I was like 3 weeks late or something. Absolutely ridiculous, which never happens. So I don't know, maybe like we did get pregnant at that time and then something happened. I don't know, but I ended up getting my period really, really, really late, canceled the appointment. And the next month, I had the worst insomnia one night. Horrible, could not sleep. And I remember with my daughter, when I found out I had really bad insomnia, like horrible, horrible insomnia, just laid there. And so that came into my brain, and it was like 3 a.m. I got up and I took a pregnancy test. Then I realized I was due that day. So like 3 a.m. I took a pregnancy test and it was positive, and then I woke my husband up and I was like all in tears, and because it was something that obviously we were planning and expecting, but when you read that test, I don't think there's anything to prepare you for how real. It's like, whoosh, this is actually happening. Like, yeah, you talk about it and we're like, we're ready, let's do this, but it's happening. Like, it's real. it's really, really happening. And so you're flooded with emotions. At least I was both times. And then I remember I went back to bed, finally slept, even though I was full of emotions. I don't think I slept that well. Called off from work that day, said I had a migraine. Really, I was just emotional, got no sleep. Yeah, and knew I was pregnant. So I was like, screw this, I'm not going to work, I'm gonna rest and take the day off. Obviously, we were very excited, but I have to say the first week, especially that first week, I was dealing with a lot of emotions that I didn't understand or know how to deal with, quite frankly. I don't feel this way anymore. It comes and goes, like it'll be little things here and there, but not to the extent that I was that first week. And it could have been hormones too, but I had this huge feeling of guilt, of confusion, of not understanding like how I could possibly love another baby as much as I love my daughter. She's just my whole world. I love her so much. And it's like, how could I possibly ever love something as much as I love her? And then also thinking, I don't want to take love and time away from her. How am I going to balance this and not take things from her? And it was really difficult. What really helped was I talked to other women. I read online other women who have felt this and are dealing with it, and just learning that like it is so completely normal to feel this way for your second pregnancy, and that it all works out. And I know like the fear does come in and out still, and it probably will. It's not so much anymore, but like I know it's still there a little bit, and it will fade, and I know it will. And once I hold this baby and I see them interact, like it will all work out, right? And what really helps me, and if you're watching this and you like are pregnant with baby number 2 and maybe you're feeling this too, what helps me is thinking more about what I'm giving my daughter versus like the time I'm taking away, or splitting my time with my 2 kids versus like her getting all of my time. What I'm giving her is so valuable. I'm giving her a sibling, I'm giving her a friend, they're gonna be close in age. I'm giving her a family dynamic of like a bigger family, which is great. Not to say that going from 1 to 2 isn't going to be a challenge and an adjustment and hard, but you know what? Everyone does it, whenever, but like a lot of people do it, and so I'm sure we will figure it out. Hello, I'm filming. Hi, kitty cat. Come here. Leo wanted to say hi. Then let's get into like my symptoms, my first trimester symptoms. The symptom that is the worst, the symptom that is the same as my first pregnancy, is exhaustion. First trimester exhaustion is the worst exhaustion that I have ever felt, I think. It is an exhaustion like no other. I think I felt like it was worse this time around, and I feel like maybe that could be because I do have a toddler that is also in the stage where she's just loving life and it's so fun, but it's also, you know, exhausting as a mom, chasing her around, and she plays so hard. She's also having her molars come in, her 2-year molars. She's having some like sleep regression issues and stuff going on. So we have a lot with her going on. We have a lot with our home. It's summer, we're doing a lot. Exhaustion is just, it's extreme. It was at a different level. It is second trimester right now that I'm currently in. Just wrapped up my first, so I am feeling better. So if you are watching this and you're in your first trimester, it does get better. It slowly fades and you start to feel like yourself again. At least that's how it's been for me for both of my pregnancies. This pregnancy, I've had the worst headaches and migraines too. With my first pregnancy, my headaches that like I normally would just randomly get actually went away. It was fantastic. Like, I don't know what it was about the hormones or whatever, but like they just disappeared. This pregnancy, oh, they're here. They're here more than normal, and they're extra feisty, let me tell you. Another symptom that I don't remember this from the first pregnancy at all, but I'm definitely feeling more dehydrated, even though I'm drinking like just the same amount that I normally would be. If not, well, no, I'm drinking more. Like, I know I'm pregnant, so I'm drinking more, and I still am so dehydrated feeling. So I've really been changing what I've been drinking. I have some right here, but I've been doing coconut water because it has minerals in it. And then I just do usually like a splash of pineapple. This is actually like a lemonade mix with coconut water, but I'll do coconut water, pineapple, coconut water, orange juice, coconut water, lime is really good. Just something like that to like try to get some minerals in me. Just hydrate because I just feel so thirsty. This overwhelming sense of thirst that just I can't ever like quench. I also have been extra dizzy this pregnancy, and it's not dizzy like randomly because I know that can be something alarming. My doctor's well aware of it, and you know it's apparently normal, but just like when I get up and down, I get really dizzy. I do need to make sure that I'm eating meals very regularly and snacking. That does help with the dizziness, but it's just something with the hormones. So they say. As with everything, if you Google anything that you're feeling during pregnancy, it's gonna be like, oh, it's the hormones. It's the hormones. It's normal. It's just the hormones. The last symptom, actually this may not be a first trimester symptom. I feel like this crept up more now, but I'm starting to get out of breath, for sure. It might have been like end of first trimester, and I always thought that being out of breath was like when your belly is really large, but it's not. It's again, the hormones. So yes, I am feeling out of breath. I was not that nauseous. I know like that's a big question usually, like, were you nauseous? Did you throw up? I get asked that all the time, and no, I was nauseous for about 2 weeks. Same with my last pregnancy. 2 weeks of ginger ale and saltines and making sure I had to have something in my stomach or I was really nauseous, but I never threw up. Thank goodness, I never threw up, and I didn't have it with my first pregnancy either. I don't know what that means. I don't know gender wise. We don't know the gender, by the way. We don't know until the 20-week scan. So yeah, I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, and maybe the similarities there mean something, but there also are a lot of differences from my last pregnancy to this one. So who knows? Cravings. Cravings are always so fun to talk about. I have to admit, like, I feel like everyone's really always just curious, like, oh, you're pregnant? Are you craving anything fun? And my first pregnancy, I craved cold fruit, cold vegetables, so many vegetables. Now that I'm talking about it, I kind of want them now, but that's really not what I've been craving. It just sounds good. But yeah, I loved frozen mango, watermelon. I used to make plates of just like vegetables. And I'd have that just for dinner. Like, I really loved that. I also didn't have much of an appetite for big carby heavy meals, and I'm happy to say that this time around I don't care. If it's a big plate of pasta, it does not affect my belly like it did the last pregnancy. I will eat that up. So definitely don't mind carbs, don't mind anything fatty. My last pregnancy, it was like, it made me healthy, to be honest with you. Like, I didn't want anything fried. I didn't want anything extra carby or heavy. Like, I wanted light, healthy things. In this pregnancy, I will eat it all. I really will. I feel like I'm extra hungry. And yeah, I don't really have any aversions to anything, except for coffee. I cannot stomach coffee at all. Just absolutely not. Just thinking about it makes me nauseous. I can't do coffee right now, and I don't know when that will change, but coffee is not my go-to for caffeine right now. What I am craving, though, this pregnancy is so bizarre for me. It's not anything like the last one. It is vinegar things, sour things, spicy. Give me jalapenos on my sandwich. Give me jalapenos in anything. Give me a pickle in anything. I also have hated mustard my entire life, and y'all, I'm craving mustard. I will put mustard on anything right now. And I've hated mustard. My husband thinks I'm crazy because he's like, you hate mustard. Oh no, baby wants mustard right now. I don't know why. I don't know why. Sour candy. Give me all the sour candy ever. Like, I want it all. I want all the sour candy. So weird. I don't know. So I went from healthy, fresh veggies, fresh fruit, cold things, to like spicy vinegar. Give me also a plate of pasta. Like, I don't even know. It's very different. Very, very different. Does that mean boy or girl? I don't know. You tell me. What do you know about cravings? Like, does that mean anything? I don't know. They are very different. Love those old wives' tales. I think they're so fun. We did a video for my first pregnancy all about those too. I think it predicted a girl, and then we had a girl. But like, I mean, there's a 50-50% chance. So the only other thing I want to talk about is the app that I'm using. Again, I used 2 apps. My last pregnancy, it was like the what you're expecting app, and then the bump app. This time I'm just using the bump app. I don't check it all the time. I don't check it as much as I probably did the first pregnancy, but it is interesting to remind me. And like, also I still love to see how big the baby is. That's just something that's always, I think, a really cool experience when you're pregnant, to like picture the fruit or whatever it is that they tell you. So right now, baby is 16 weeks and is an avocado. 4.6 inches and 3.5 ounces. That is what the app looks like. It's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend, if you're pregnant, doing some sort of app like this. It just like enhances the excitement. It teaches you a lot. If it's your first pregnancy, it will like kind of give you a timeline of things that you should be doing. Signing up for like those free baby registry stuff, so you get like free things if you make a registry, which is really great. They give you little samples and those are really helpful. Take all the free stuff you can get, honestly, because you never know what your baby will use and not use. You can be so prepared and then they won't use any of the stuff that you bought. And you have to like go on Amazon Prime real quick. So definitely recommend an app. It gives you a little like overview of what's growing right now, what's developing. Ooh, this reminds me, I'm reading like the symptoms and all. A symptom that I didn't have this time is my face did not break out. So that's a fantastic thing. My first pregnancy, my face, I remember like having acne stuff. I didn't have anything this pregnancy, so yay. That's always a good thing. I know they do say that like if you break out, it'll be a girl, and if you don't, it'll be a boy, but I don't know. I have no inklings over boy or girl. I have no clue. As everyone says, I will love whatever we have, but I don't have like any gut feelings right now. Maybe it's too soon. I don't know. That will wrap up my first trimester recap for y'all. I hope you enjoyed kind of getting a peek into how I've been feeling, what's been going on, and be sure to subscribe if you're new. I searched so many of these videos for my first pregnancy because you want to know what's going to go on, right? Like, you want to have a little insight into what's going to happen to your body. So if you're new, welcome, subscribe, and I can't wait for you to join our family and to come on this journey with me of being pregnant with baby number 2. It's going to be a wild ride. It will, and I'm very, very excited for it. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.